Welcome into the only place you want to be on a Friday night. Delmarva Sports Insider along Jeff Harris and Trayvon Miles. I'm Join Sador.
That's right. Welcome into the only live and local sports show here on the shore. Of course, Delmarva Sports Insider.
And guys, I heard it was playoff time in the state of Maryland. We're talking about playoffs across baseball, softball, all getting underway this week.
Yeah.
There you go. And folks, you're in for a treat because we're not just talking playoffs, we're talking championships, and we're actually going to start on the diamond.
That's exactly right. A matchup of two of the hottest teams, not only in the Bayside, but the entire state.
Right.
Colonel Richardson baseball came into Tuesday 17-0, looking to remain perfect with South champion Mardella in the Bayside championship game. This one was a pitching and defensive duel for the first 6 innings. Ethan Peterman for Mardella and Jamison Covey for Colonel, ringing up batters, both holding their opponents scoreless. That's until the 6th inning. Runner on third for the Colonels. Something you rarely see in a championship game.
Laying it down.
Suicide squeeze from Nathan Rawls. Jackie Zebron scores. CR goes up 1-0. Bottom of the 7th. Mardella with one last rally. Jacob Long shot there to the wall, putting himself in scoring position. But 2 outs, Long on second, a chance to bring him home. And Covey, he ends that one real quick. Talking about 90 miles an hour quick. Colonel Richardson, their first Bayside title since 2015 with a 1-0 shutout over Mardella.
I'm a little nervous, you know. I've never done a suicide before, actually, as the bunter. I've done it as the runner. But before the inning even started, Blanchfield told me, he said, if there's a man on third, you are suicide squeezing.
We work hard every day, in and out, and I expect a state championship. We've always said it's the end goal. We said that Bayside was a step to the state championship, but that's not our end goal.
I mean, you want to talk about suspense in a championship game, the suicide squeeze, and then a runner on second with a chance to tie it, but Covey finds the willpower to shut the door in a complete game in the championship. Impressive.
Very impressive. And I know what, I don't want to talk too much about Colonel because we know what they can do and they're undefeated for a reason.
Right.
I know Mardella was disappointed in this finish, but if they want to turn some heads and kind of make up for this, make a deep playoff run. You got St. Michael's and you got Colonel Richardson all in your class. You got to make a deep playoff run to prove some things wrong.
I know personally I haven't been able to see both of these teams play live this year, but I was extremely impressed to see how Mardella and the Warriors played in this game.
Absolutely.
We're talking about pitchers that can throw 90 plus,
right?
And you're only losing 1-0. And should mention that was at Arthur W. Purdue Stadium, so on either team's home field. So they did a nice job in this game, and you're right. This could be a state championship team. They just need to tighten some things up. And again, played extremely well in the Bayside
Took
championship
a suicide
game.
squeeze to beat him, so no slouch there. We're actually going to keep things going with the championships on the diamond. We're going to switch things up to Bayside softball, a tight one between Colonel and Decatur.
Yeah, that's right. So a very good matchup, highly anticipated matchup between these two teams. Now keep in mind, Colonel Richardson really gave Decatur a beating earlier in the season, 12-1. Exactly. So maybe a little redemption. Let's wait and see. Colonel and Decatur in the softball version of the title game. Jen Larimore on the mound for the Colonels, 7 strikeouts in 6 innings, but the Seahawks will begin to get her, in the 2nd inning. Katie Wrench pops an RBI single into right. Abby Welsh comes around to make it 1-0. 3rd inning, Brooklyn Punger up to bat, and she's sending one out. Solo homer gives Decatur a 2-0 lead. Now, through 3, top of the 4th, Colonel with runners in scoring position. Lexi Black fielding her position. Gets out of the jam to preserve the shutout. After Colonel's first score, Decatur back up, looking for a little bit of insurance, and this error allows Amber Whitaker to score. Makes it 3-1 Seahawks. So last chance for the Colonels. Black going to get a ground out to second to cap this one, and for the first time since the year 2000, Stephen Decatur is your Bayside softball champion, a 4-1 final over Colonel.
It hasn't sunk in yet. My catcher goes, "Is this a dream?" I said, "I don't know. I'm still trying to process it all." But it's amazing. I love it.
I said, listen, there's been hundreds of girls that put these jerseys on over the last 19 years, you know, and we're going to do this for them. The town has your back, your families. I mean, you guys have been putting in the work all season to be in this position, to have this opportunity. So we're going to ride the wave of everybody that's come here before us, that's given it a shot, and then we got our chance. We got a chance to dance, and we're going to take advantage of it.
Gotta love Coach Kurtz, man.
You love that right there, and obviously it's a team effort, but one name comes to mind with this win, that's Lexi Black, and one word really describes her performance: dominant.
Yeah, you know what? She didn't even have a lot of strikeouts on the mound. I think I counted 5. But just her command and the respect and the trust that this team has in her.
Right.
And she was actually able to get the first hit off of Jen Larmore. So that shows you, and after that, you know, the Decatur bats started to swing. So the respect that they have for that young lady just goes a long way.
And Lexi being featured on After the Whistle in the upcoming week, sat down with her on Sunday, so a few days before the Bayside Championship, and she looked me dead in the face and said, "We're going to win this game. We're going to win this game,
confidence."
And that was pretty much it. I said, "Why?" And she said, "Listen, learn from that first game. Now we're going to take it in this second one." And look what happened.
One more thing to add. This was a team under 500 last year, so we've got to give Coach Scott Kurtz a lot of credit.
Right.
9-10 a year ago to Bayside champions this year. You just don't see it that much in high school.
That's a crazy turnaround right there.
Yep.
So championships on the diamond covered, but let's switch things up to the lacrosse field.
That's exactly right. We're going to start with boys. Bennett and Kent Island doing the battle with the coveted Bayside title on the line. These are the same two teams that met up a year ago, and Bennett edged the Bucks earlier this year, but Kent Island was the aggressor this time around. Matthew Bestan going to turn around and put a shot in to put the Bucks up early. Then check out the good ball movement, leading to an open lane for Harrison Smith, and he's sniping one there. KI up 7 at halftime. Now, Bennett's struggling, but not out of it yet. But this guy always going to get his, right? Luke Nestor off a tough angle, squeaks in a shot for the Clipper goal, but just too much Kent Island. Dawson Stitcher, gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous shot falling away. Still able to put some heat on it. The Bucks take down Bennett 17-7. They avenged that loss from earlier this year, and they are your 2019 Bayside champs.
Definitely felt good, you know, coming into today. We didn't have our lead player to the team, one of our captains, but we came together, we played good, did a good job, did our job, came out with the W.
All right, over to the girls. Stephen Decatur taking on Kent Island. For the Bayside crown. KI getting started with
really
Allie Heath working her way inside and knocking down the shot to get the Bucks on the board early. Now Decatur, they would answer. Allie Dutton, the Winthrop commit, doing it on her own, weaving through the defense, just flips the ball into the back of the cage for the score. This was, though, a back-and-forth game between the two squads. Transition late second half, Alyssa Romano knocks down the equalizer off the free position shot, but the dagger coming from Lily Dixon just glides across the crease and fakes out the keeper to get the easy goal to fall. Kent Island, they take down Decatur 12-10, capturing the 2019 Bayside crown.
Moving the ball around and keeping composed again, and just knowing that if we move the ball and just set up our plays, that everything will work out. Our last game against Decatur was very difficult. They really came out strong, and we had to play up to them.
All right, so take a moment to process all the championship action that we saw, but I want to ask you both, most impressive thing that we saw out of the championships we just saw?
Yeah, not to take away from what Kent Island did, sweeping the championships, but I have to go back to Decatur.
Yeah.
This is a team that just was not supposed to be here this year, but you know, according to their coach, they said they had the pieces and they were able to get it done. What about you?
Yeah, they obviously did, because they won their first Bayside crown in, what, 19 years.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to harp on it too much, but Bennett and the boys lacrosse team, I thought they were going to win this game, and I did not see them losing by 10 goals. So not to say it was a disappointing effort, but it kind of was for them. We thought that they were going to win it. Now let's see if they can make a state championship push.
Real quick, got to give love to the Suicide Squeeze there. Love the call like that.
Exactly right. All right, that's going to do it for the conference championship section of this show. Coming up, we take it to the playoffs.
We're talking playoffs.
Playoffs that began later on in the week. Those highlights coming up next.
My name is Ethan Peterman. I play baseball for Mardella High School, and this is Delmarva Sports Insider.